Howdy freelancers! Over the last couple of days there has been some speculation over whether or not Bioware is finished with Anthem. It seems silly saying this because I can't think of anyone who would work on a project for years and then give up on it after a few months of poor feedback and press. I mean, look at No Man's Sky. The speculation I'm talking about started when Michael Gamble tweeted about the fact that he's working on Dragon Age 4. There should have been some positive news for Dragon Age fans, but it turned into an inquisition. As a result, Gamble revealed that he's moving on from his role of lead producer on Anthem to work on a new Dragon Age title, along with Anthem's lead director Jonathan Warner and executive producer Mark Darrah. He added that from here on we should be looking at lead producer Ben Irving and head of live service Chad Robertson for future updates on the game. Of course, we should also be paying attention to Jesse Anderson, who recently tweeted a thread of honest consciousness regarding the communication between Bioware and fans regarding Anthem. As a side note on this subject, Anderson has been getting a lot of flack for not communicating with us, but he responds to everyone reiterating what he said in that original thread. He'll talk to us about news when he has it, but otherwise won't in order to avoid spreading misinformation. Most people, game press sites included, are saying that the fact that these three key players in Anthem are moving away from it means that it's going to flop and go under. There are a couple of reasons that this doesn't make any sense, but the most obvious is the cash investment that EA have put into Anthem. Regardless of the changes that it seems like EA forced upon Bioware to change what was Beyond into Anthem, they've still invested a specific amount of money into it, enough to fund the work for a number of years. They're not going to turn around after a few months of bad press and say to Bioware, shut it down, because then that money goes straight down the drain. Even when Star Wars Battlefront 2 was at the forefront of gaming news for being so controversial, EA didn't pull it and scrap it. In fact, they doubled down to make it more palatable to players. Still not as palatable as players would have liked, but they definitely improved it. The second core reason that these lead people on Anthem moving on to Dragon Age 4 has nothing to do with Anthem flopping is because they're just moving on to work on a new project. Recently, a load of developers left Bungie to work with other studios, but that doesn't mean that Destiny 2 is going to collapse. What both of these situations mean is that a cycle of development, or in Anthem's case post-launch, has come to a close. What I'm saying is that now Anthem is fully released and in the public hands, it's time for a new team to take the reins. The people moving on to Dragon Age 4 are needed there, and that's why they've shifted roles, not because of the bad publicity surrounding Anthem. I'm not surprised so many people focused on the possibility of Anthem going under with this news, because negative articles about Anthem are super hot right now. They must be keeping the lights on for more than one games press site with all the advertising impressions they get from them. But I think the real focus here shouldn't be on Anthem, but on Dragon Age 4. Why does Dragon Age 4 need 3 people who worked on Anthem, an MMO? Dragon Age games are mainly single player, right? With the exception of the multiplayer elements of Dragon Age Inquisition, they were purely single player experiences. So why does Dragon Age 4 need the expertise of people who have worked on a game that is always online and multiplayer only? One last point. Chad Robertson has actually taken to Twitter to confirm that Bioware are still 100% committed to Anthem and that they're looking forward to showing us the new content they're working on. He echoes Jesse Anderson by adding that he and the team want to be sure that they don't overpromise on what's coming up, so that updates will be focused on nearer the time that these updates are going to be completed. He finished by saying that along with Ben Irving, he had worked to get a big team between the Austin and Edmonton Bioware offices motivated on improving Anthem. He asks for our support and patience while they go on this journey. Let me know what you guys think of this news in the comments. I've linked my article on it in the description, and please check that out. Finally, please let me know what you guys think of this video. I plan to release more Anthem news videos like this as time goes on, and your feedback would be super useful for evolving them as I move forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you beyond the wall.